most respected authorities of Annamalai University, Vice Chancellor of the great Annamalai University, and Registrar of Annamalai University, and Dean Director of our Center, CS Marine Biology, Annamalai University, Parangipetai, for permitting me this webinar class. And would like to thank to new friends, Sri Bhavani Arts and Science College, Medavakam, Chennai. Department of Biotechnology organized webinar on active nutrition and immunity in COVID-19. I am very much thankful to Director Admini, Dr. Prabhakaran, and Director Admini, Dr. V. Karunanidhi, and Principal Madam, Dr. V. Uma Devi, and HOD, Dr. N. Santi, for your invitation. Thank you, Madam. Thank you, one and all. My dear friends, today I am going to talk about active nutrition and immunity in COVID-19. You know pretty well about that. What are the active nutritions is available in our places or near to areas or market or anywhere? How do you identify the active nutritions? Different type of nutrition is there. It is form of liquid, solid, and so that nutritions, how we are going to help to immunity development activities. So that way, so this webinar program, I am going to share with you some knowledge about the what are the nutritions is important role for immunity development aspect, and that kind of nutrition, how they are going to help for COVID-19 pandemic disease spreading, going to arrest it. So that kind of nutrition is needed or not. My dear friends, daily you are going to see the newspaper having lot of nutritions for natural food and artificial food or other kind of food. They are giving lot of variety of nutritions are available. But in scientific manner, how they are going to identify the active nutritions? That active nutritions, how going to help the create the immunity for the systems? So that way, I am going to present my topic, active nutrition and immunity, COVID-19. My dear friends, COVID-19, the phase of the pandemic, more than 5,95,149 dead and worldwide. It is 17th July 2020 as per the BBC news. You are going to see the coronavirus cases in 1,04,40,918. The dead recorded 5,95,149 and recovered from this pandemic disease 8,35,000. And the active cases is currently infected patients 5,95,758. So this is only for the recorded of July 17th. But today it will be, every day is going to increase. Today also for increasing this death in worldwide. It's very critical conditions going on. At the same time, you don't bother about it. The government of India and government of Tamil Nadu, they are giving wonderful job to control this pandemic diseases in different way. Maybe 1 or 2 days or one way, and after the 15th August. So you have vaccines also. So you don't bother about it. But anyhow, you should identify the active nutritions. So that nutritions, how they are going to help for the immunity development activities. So my dear friends, so what is this corona? Already you know very well about that. Coronaviruses are a large group of single-stranded RNA viruses that are common among mammals and birds. It is not only for spreading the human. It is also there. Already it's recorded for the birds and mammals. It's already this virus are attacked and cause the pandemic diseases in the animals. In coronavirus cause, especially for the respiratory system and less frequently gastrointestinal diseases. You know pretty well about that. This corona 19, you know pretty well about that, especially it is arrest the respiratory tract. So that way you cannot able to freely respire in case of the normal person, maybe in the affected persons. Once you affected the corona 19, the respiratory system is not working in good manner because of it slowly this virus going to spread out to enter the lungs and it's going to spoil the systems. So that way, what are the important structure in between? What are the capsules or anything is made up of a form of this virus. So that way you know pretty well about the structure of the virus. The anatomy of virus is COVID-19 virus has several features. You may be able to target with a drug to break down and stop it enter in the cells. It is RNA encoded. So looking this diagram in proteins, in the spike proteins, in lipid membrane, already you know very well about that. But anyhow, so just once again you can have this. What are the symptoms? You know that already mentioned that it's a respiratory symptoms caused by coronavirus can range from common cold like or mild influenza like symptoms to severe pneumonia. So this is the symptom. In December, you know very well about that 2019, a new type of coronavirus is causing the pneumonia and death was identified in Wuhan and China country. My dear friends, so nowadays I and you also going to talk this coronavirus because of the China countries. But anyhow, this new coronavirus is called SARS-CoV-2 because it is generally similar to SARS-CoV, which caused the 2002 outbreak of severe acute respiratory distress syndrome. That means ARDS. You know pretty well about that. In fact, SARS-CoV-2 is the 7th known human coronavirus. It is the 7th human coronavirus. You know very well about that. You know, just you can remember this. So, however, this SARS-CoV-2 is a new to the human immune system, and so there was no underlying existing natural immunity against it. That is the problem. You cannot, if you have stop this kind of SARS-CoV-2 in the system, it's entering this virus, cannot easily to eliminate it in the system. It is very difficult because of there is no underlying existing natural immunity against it. That is the main cause. So this is the probably why the SARS-CoV-2 is spreading so rapidly. So that way, in old people, especially those with the existing morbidities like diabetics and cardiovascular disease and respiratory disease and hypertension are particularly susceptible to severe symptom and mortality as are individuals with a suppressed immune system. So these are the main area. Once with the corona 19 is affected, due to some having this disease, it's very critical to recover this pandemic diseases. My dear friends, you know this status. That's why you keep on save the old peoples and older peoples for in safe way manners. So that way, so these are the symptoms of the COVID-19. It's currently no treatment for infection with SARS-CoV-2 or COVID-19. In current strategies, you know very well about that, aim to limit the spreading of the virus by preventing, have a mask and contact between the peoples. So preventing with mask, wash your hands, and the contact between the peoples. The government of India and government of Tamil Nadu, they are giving lot of instruction to the people. Sir, your duty is definitely you can support the government and you can freely 1 or 2 months you can enjoy with a normal life. So that time will be coming soon. I hope. The immune system. What is the important aspect in our areas? For especially different type of system is there. Digestive system, endocrine system, circulatory system, respiratory system. So what is the immune system? Without this, what will happen? My dear friends, you know very well about this. After COVID-19, lot of the peoples are there concentrating for the immune system. Before that, they are know very well about that awareness of the various immune system. Before the COVID-19, most of the people going to hospital for only the cardiovascular diseases. You know very well about that. But now the situation is changes. All of the peoples, all the scientists, all the doctors, they are moved to immune system and immunity activities. Because of the immune system is an important role for develop the immunity in our systems. So that way I am very happy to, my area of specialization is fish immunology. So that's why I am happy to share with you few points about what are the system it is involved in the defense mechanism in our system. So that way you know very well about that. There are 4 general function of the immune system that enable effect host defense. One is creating a barrier to prevent pathogens from entering the bodies. My dear friends, whenever they entering the pathogens for the system from your entering the body, immediately your system going to involved in defense line, first line of defense. So that way the immune system is an important role for creating a barrier to prevent pathogens like virus, bacteria and protozoa. And next functions, identifying the pathogens if they have breached a barrier. So this is very important. You should identify, for example, pathogens means bacteria also is one of the pathogens. But at the same time, beneficial pathogens also, bacteria is there and harmful bacteria also is there. How to your system is going to identify, so this bacteria is helpful for our system, this bacteria could not helpful our the system. So that way your system is going to identify the pathogens whenever they entering your system. So that way the immune system is a key role for identifying the pathogens. And next, what are the third function of immune system? Eliminating the pathogens. Once it's entering the pathogens in your system, it's harmful pathogens, immediately your system going to fight against the pathogen and immediately eliminating it. And next, last function is generating an immunological memories. What is the immunological memory? That is very, very important. So then only your system going to develop the antibodies. Otherwise, the memory cell is absent. The memory cell could not working is 100%. Your system could not develop the antibodies. The vaccine is a very good example for the vaccines. For example, polio vaccines. So you can then in the case of 10 years or 4 years or 2 years, you are going to give the vaccine. So that vaccine is very helpful for in futurely. You cannot the same viruses entering in your system. It's going to preventing the disease once again. You will not cause the diseases. So that way, the immunological memories is important role. So what are the cells are involved in the immunological memory cells? You can see the one by one. In case of the preventing mechanism, the barrier function, you know very well about that. Act to prevent the pathogen from the entering body from the external environment. You know that what are the external environment? A lot of things is there. For physical barriers, chemical barriers, and biological barrier, you know very well about that, the skin and mucosal layer and gastrointestinal tract and respiratory tract. So these are the first layer of defense mechanism. So this barrier function is important role for physically, chemically, and biologically. And chemically barrier, you know very well about that, this acid pH of the stomach, that acids kill the microbes. And the biological barrier, the presence of the common organism on the skin and in the intestinal tract, and secretions like immunoglobulin A and antimicrobial proteins in saliva and tears, and the complement system, some type of protein, C proteins. So these are the biological barriers naturally present our system, present our body. It will be involved in first layer and second layer and third layer of the defense mechanism. This is a barrier. It is a human system. Naturally, it is having for defense mechanism. So that way, so the barrier means the physical barrier, chemical barrier, biological barrier is important role for the prevent the entering the diseases. And identify the pathogens. How we are going to identify, how we are going to recognizing? Naturally, some cells is there. What are the some cells? The cells that the innate immune system, such as macrophages, monocytes, and dendritic cells. So these are the cells. Whenever entering the pathogen, so this cell going to identify the pathogens. So this is achieved through the presence of PRRS. What is the PRRS? Presence of pattern recognition receptor. So that receptor recognizing generally molecular structures that are broadly shared by group of pathogens. So this PRRS is what is this important role? So you should identify the pathogens. So these structures are termed microbial associated molecular patterns, MAMPs. When the PRRS recognize MAMPs, the PRRS include, my dear friends, toll-like receptors. So this toll-like receptor, it is an important aspect for identifying the pathogens. It is virus or bacteria, whatever it may be. Once you are entering the system, immediately this kind of process will occur in the system. Macrophages and dendritic cells, it is a key role for combine together to form, engulf the pathogens with the help of the toll-like receptors. And more than in human being, 10 functional toll-like receptors have been identified in humans. So because of the virus entering the host cell, it is important that there is also its intellectual and intracellular TLRs. This intracellular TLRs that recognize the viral DNA and viral double and single stranded RNA. So this is the important role for identifying the viral particles, viral microbes, viral pathogens. Among these, TLR7 and TLR8 are found in macrophages, monocyte, and dendritic cells. You know what is that? And some of the other cell types and are likely to be important in innate recognition of the single-stranded RNA of coronaviruses. However, proteins, including the spike glycoproteins of the corona coat, are also like to be recognizing by both the intracellular and the extracellular PRRS. That means toll-like proteins. So this toll-like proteins, it's recognizing of the single-stranded RNAs. So this single stranded RNAs of coronaviruses, once you can identify it, immediately they are going to fight with eliminating the in our systems. So that way, how do the pathogens eliminator once they entering our bodies? So epithelial cells and macrophages or dendritic cells, and along with the T cell and B lymphocytes, also it's a key role for eliminating the pathogens. If you look at the picture, the entering the virus, immediately your system going to act immunologically with the help of the macrophages and dendritic cells. Immediately the TLR like receptors, you can attach that virus. Immediately it will be help of the cytokines and TLR and cytotoxics and T cell helper cells. They are going to catch that virus particle and immediately they secrete the antibodies, and that antibodies finally neutralizing the viruses with the help of immunoglobulin A and G and M. Look at this. So this is the mechanism how they are going to eliminating the pathogens. Once they eliminating pathogens, what will happen next? Immediately your system going to develop the memory cells. So they specially recognize an antigen that the body have previously encountered and initiated a corresponding immune responses. My dear friends, you know very well about the T cell and B cells. What is the important role? Already I lost online classes. Already I explained T cell classifications and what are the B cells, and already I explained. You know pretty well about that. If you go and see our previous online classes, this is I think is 11th, 12th webinar class. So that way I don't want to explain about the immunological memory cells. Already I explained this memory T cells, that is an important role for recognizing the pathogens. Once you can entering the system, immediately you can develop the antibodies. In form of that able to responding immediately and lead to rapid elimination of the source of the antigens. So that way, so these are the immune system. You know that what is the COVID-19 and what is the immune system, how they are going to eliminating, how they are going to working. And next we are going to see the nutrition. What are the nutrition and immunity going to develop in the system? My dear friends, the immune system is functioning at all the time, but the cells became activated by the presence of pathogens. My dear friends, whenever you have the immune system, it is all time is working, but when they are going to react, activate, means once the pathogen is entering, then only the immune system going to react, activate. So that way, then only you are taking food, you are having food, that food is going to break down. After that you can have the responses, energy. So that way this activation result in a significant increase in the demand of the immune system for energy yielding substrates. That means glucose, amino acids and fatty acids. So these are the yielding substrates for your nutritions. So the activation of the immune response including the production of lipid derived mediators, that only not there. It's a other including so many type of the proteins including the immunoglobulins and chemokines and cytokines and cytoreceptors and adjacent molecules and acute phase proteins. Also it's an important role for immune response activities, not only for the amino acid, fat and lipids. So this prostaglandins and leukotrienes also it's a important role for immune response activations. This requires availability of the substrate fatty acids, amino acid respectively. The immune response involves significant cellular proliferations. My dear friends, know very well about that. Once they increase the number of immune cells available for defense. This requires DNA, RNA, protein complex and lipid synthesis and the rapidly availability of the substrate could support this. So when only these are the immune system is going to activate with the help of amino acids, protein and other substrates. This metabolite mechanism involved in the energy generation and biosynthesis. For the amino acids, for example, the arginines are precursors for the synthesis of the polyamines, which have roles in the regulation of DNA replication and the cell divisions. So the various micronutrients, you know very well about that, ions and folate, zinc, magnesiums are also involved in the nucleotides and nucleic acid synthesis. And some nutrients such as vitamin Z and D and their metabolites are direct regulations of the gene expression in immune cells and they play a key role in the maturation of different responsiveness of the immune cells. This host needs the production against the classic antioxidants vitamin. My dear friends, vitamin C and vitamin E in antioxidants enzyme, that means ferroxidase, dismutase and calatase and glutathione ferroxidase. So these are the important vitamins to prevent the against the pathogens. So you can going to see the one by one the European food safety authorities which permitting claim of the maintenance of the functions of the immune system for vitamin A and B6 and B12, C, D and folate and vitamin B9 and for the trace element zinc, iron, selenium and copper. So vitamin A, what is the needed of this? What will happen? So in case of vitamin A is important for normal differentiation of epithelial tissues and for immune cell maturations and functions. My dear friend, you should understand this. The vitamin A is an important role for immune cell maturations. Not only that, it is control dendritic cells and CD4 T lymphocyte maturations. Not only that, the vitamin A is also going to help for deficiency alter the balance between T helper 1 and T helper 2 lymphocytes. In case of vitamin B groups, it is involved in the intestinal immune regulations and contributing to gut barrier functions. It is also the group B group vitamins for cause thymus, the folic acid deficiency in animal causes the thymus and the spleen atrophy and the decreases circulating the T lymphocytes number. This is very important role for B group vitamins. And B12, it is involved in killing capacity of neutrophils. This is a decreases of the phagocytosis or phagocytic and the bacterial killing capacity of neutrophils. And vitamin B6, it is deficiency causes thymus and spleen atrophy, the low blood T lymphocyte number and the impaired lymphocyte proliferation and the T lymphocyte mediated immune responses. My dear friends, and B6 and B12 vitamins are very important for killing the bacteria. And vitamin B6 and B12, it's a folate all supported activity of neutral killer cells and CD8 cytotoxic T lymphocytes and effective with which important in antiviral defenses. So vitamin C, you know very well about that. It is very important for collagen biosynthesis and it is vital for maintaining epithelial integrity. That means it is a key role for immunity, including leukocyte migration to site of infection, phagocytosis and bacterial killing and natural killer cell activities and T lymphocyte function. So these are the vitamin C. That's why the doctors advise to you can take every day for lemon juice or lemon warm waters. So that is very helpful for develop the this vitamin C. They are going to have the immune antibody production and immunity development mechanism. It is a key role for defense layer. And vitamin D, It is enhance the epithelial integrity and induce the antibacterial peptides. It is also differentiate of the monocyte to macrophages. It is increases phagocytosis, superferrite cell production, and bacterial killing by innate human cells. And vitamin E, it is important for promotes interactions between dendritic cells and the CD4 T lymphocytes. My dear friends, vitamin C and vitamin E is a very important for natural killer cell activity. These two vitamins is when you can last in our system, immediately the COVID-19, it is very danger to spreading very quickly for this kind of vitamins. Maybe it is present in low level in the your system. Maybe this COVID-19, that is very dangerously is going to circulate in the system. It is mainly for specific antibody producer following the vaccination and the phagocytis by neutrophils. And zinc, so this also for its key role for antiviral immunity, but it inhibits the RNA polymerase required by RNA viruses like coronaviruses to replicate. The zinc support proliferation of CD8 and cytotoxic T lymphocytes, key cell for antiviral defenses. That's why the government of India in hospitals they are distributed zinc tablet and other, what is that, lemon, they are giving to advice for all the people those who are affected with COVID-19. The zinc tablet is a very important role for antiviral immunity functions. In copper, there is also support for neutrophils, monocytes and macrophages function and natural killer cells activities. And selenium, it is also for immune response to poliovirus vaccines. My dear friends, not only for the selenium, the iron, say it is a deficiency induces thymus atrophy. You can imagine it's reducing output of naive T lymphocytes. The natural killer cells activity, the T lymphocyte proliferation and production of T cells, helper cell cytokines, and plant-based antivirals. Next, the lemon form has phenolic compound which have potent antiviral activities. These phenolic neutralizing viruses can contact by attracting to them and preventing their union with the cell receptors. So these are the things is very important of vitamins. They are going to help for active nutrients. You can maintain these anti-nutrients who cannot bother about the COVID-19. My dear friends, so I have finished my presentation. I hope you can enjoy it. If you have any queries, any doubt, please you call me or mail me. So within the short time, within the lockdown period, I am giving for my ideas. I share my ideas with you. Please, maybe if you have any doubt, please come forward. Definitely I will rectify your queries. I try to answer it for your queries. Next, conclusion. So however, it is important to note that there are no published nutrient studies in the context of SARS-CoV-2 or COVID-19. The Chinese researchers have noted diabetes in patients with severe COVID-19 and have recommended a treatment with probiotics. But it is not clear. But our country, they are doing very good job for some other Siddha medicine and other Ayurveda medicine. They are very good working now. The results are coming to positively. Those who are have for Subakudinit, and they are having very good result for prevent the COVID-19 diseases. My dear friends, I hope God is there. We are going to pray to all the people immediately you can relieve from this dangerous disease, pandemic disease. I will thank one and all for this opportunity. For especially, I thank to management and principal director and correspondent of the New Princess Sri Bhavani Arts and Science College, especially for Dr. Santi, HOD, Department of Biotechnology, staff members, organization secretary, and team members of the department, Madavakam, Chennai. Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much. Thank you.